Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahweh Shai, 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 Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahweh Shai. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Vadash. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Vadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayas Shadabadad, the house of David, Amaya Shatab, with men of valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right, with yet another lesson on tracing the blessings, all right, or tracing the lineage. Okay, so lucky I forgot what the title name is of this particular series. But you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, it is you who the chosen line of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is with. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. All right, and the speckled bird whose father's line goes back. All right, if your father's line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right, you are the children of Israel. 1/3 of the nation of Israel, will receive salvation on this side, okay? Will be beamed up by those chariots, what the world England calls UFOs or UAPs. Those are the chariots of Israel, all right, that are identified in the scriptures, all right? If you believe upon the true name and the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, 2/3 of the nation of Israel will perish and die for not believing upon the testimony, not believing in the name, and not believing in the laws, statutes, and commandments, and the testimony that is given of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh's only begotten Son, all right, and the sacrifice that he made for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, all right. This is going to be part 3 of that particular series, okay, where we have established that the line had came out of Shem, okay. The blessing was given unto Abraham, all right, and the blessing was given unto Isaac, okay, and we're going to go a little bit more about in the detail of Isaac, all right, and that blessing that he was given, okay. So we're going to start here in the book of Genesis, and it's going to be chapter 26. Salakia, it's going to be Genesis chapter 26, and I'm going to read verse 1, all right, and it reads, And there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went, and Isaac went unto Amalek, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And Yahweh appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in the land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath unto which I swore unto Abraham thy father, and I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all nations of the earth be blessed. Verse 5, because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, and my statute, and my laws. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is blessing him because the blessings come through the Father. All right, it was his father that had obeyed the voice of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It was his father that has established him. Okay, it was his father that has established the blessings before him. Okay, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, may continue to make good on his word. Okay, bringing that promise unto the lineage, his lineage, the seed after him. All right, from the seed that was before him. Okay, which is through the line of Shem. Okay, just as Abraham had received that blessing because that righteous seed has always been there. Okay, continuing on. All right, going to Genesis chapter 25 and verse 20. In verse 20, and it reads, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, and took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethel, the Syrian of Padaram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. All right, continuing on. And Isaac entreated Yahweh of his wife, Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren, and Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Right, so here it is. The blessing is now moving forward. All right, this blessing that was the blessing that was given unto Abraham has now passed to Isaac. Okay, so Yahweh, all right, appeared. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, a messenger appeared unto him. All right, told him this is what is to happen. This is what is to go forth. Okay, and this is the way that it's going to happen. Continuing on. Salakia. Verse 22, and it reads, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. The 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Right, so yeah, here it is. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has put 2 nations in thy womb. 2 nations, all right, that were given unto Isaac. All right, as Abraham was the father of many nations. Okay, here it is. Isaac is having twins. All right, through his wife Rebekah, who have conceived. All right, has conceived what? Has conceived these 2 nations, because he said 2 nations shall be in thy womb. Okay, 1 people shall be stronger than the other. It says, let me read that again. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 23, and it reads, and Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the 1 people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right, and who's that go on to be? That it goes on to be Esau, all right, and Jacob. All right, Esau being the eldest brother, the so-called white man, all right, and Jacob, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian. All right, the nation of Israel, all right, would fall under the line of Jacob. All right, his 12 sons. All right, that were given the promises, as we continue to find out as we go through these scriptures. All right, everything that is brought out. All right, verse 24, and it reads, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Right, those twins were who? Jacob and Esau. Okay, Jacob is who the blessing was given unto. All right, it yet said in verse 23, 2 manner of people shall be in the wombs, and the older shall serve the younger. All right, and being that the older shall serve the younger, what is that blessing? All right, as you go in through the story, you go in chapter 25 and you continue to read down in verse 29. Slakia. In verse 29, it talks about how Esau sold his blessing to Jacob. All right, the blessing was a birthright that was given unto the firstborn. All right, by birthright. All right, but here it is. Esau, Edom, took no account of the blessing that was imparted unto him by simply being the firstborn. He had no care for it. Okay, you can look further into that story. Go to Genesis chapter 25, start at verse 29, and really read through through chapter 8, 27. All right, through 27. All right, and that'll give you the story, the beginning of the story of Jacob and Esau. All right, but where the birthright was sold, all right, it was chapter 25, start at verse 29 and go down through 34. Okay, because this is when Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. Okay, Slovakia. Let's go to Genesis. It's going to be the book of Genesis, and it's going to be chapter 27 and verse 6. It's like 27 and verse 6, and it reads, and Slovakia. Slovakia. Give me 1 second. My eyes trying to catch up. I'm gonna read. Genesis chapter 27, and I'm gonna read verse 1 for the context. All right, of what's going on. All right, this is book of Genesis chapter 27 and verse 1, and it reads, "And it came to pass that when Isaac was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his elder son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I. And he said, Behold, now I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take I pray thee, thy weapon, that quiver and thy bow, and go out in the field and take me some venison." Right, because here it is. Esau was a cunning hunter. Right, he was a man of the field. Right, he was a hunter. Right, as Esau Edom is now. Okay, always going out to shoot bucks, whatever, a quail, whatever it is. But here it is. Jacob was he stayed in the house. Right, Jacob liked to chill. All right, that's what Jake likes to do. Jake likes to stay in the house. He likes to be at home. Okay, doesn't have to be in the field hunting and everything unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay, we're dropping down to verse 6, and it reads, Genesis chapter 27 and verse 6, and it reads, "And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison, and take me savory meat, that I may eat and bless thee before Yahweh, before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death." Right? And so this is Rebekah, the mother. All right, because here it is that Isaac cared for Esau because he was a man of the field. Okay, and Rebekah cared for Jacob. All right, Jacob was considered the mama's boy in comparison. All right, you could say. All right, here it is that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai had already ordained from the womb. All right, the elder shall serve the younger. Then come to see that what did Esau Edom do? He sold his birthright to his younger brother. All right, here it is. His father told him to go out in the field, and this devil didn't tell his father, hey, you know what? I sold my birthright to my brother. All right. So this devil was already a deceiver from the beginning. All right. He had already promised that birthright that was already given, unto him by his birth. All right. By his birthright, being the eldest son. All right. That was already given to him. He had already sold it before. All right. To his younger brother, but yet tried to continue and get that blessing, doing as his father has commanded him to do. All right. To go out to the field, but he was not truthful or honest. What happened? His mother, all right, his mother continued to say, before your brother gets that blessing, go and fetch me this meat that I may make it for your father so you may get the blessing. Okay? So that the blessing may be bestowed upon you, as the scripture has said already. Okay? Because, let's go into it. All right? What is it? What does it say? All right? What is the commandment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? Let's go to Exodus. Salakia. Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 12, and it reads, honor thy father and thy mother, and honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee. All right, so it said, honor thy father and thy mother. Okay, so when his mother, Rebekah, said this, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. All right. She told him in verse 9, go and fetch it. All right. Go and fetch it and do what I say. And continue on. Verse 10. Verse 10 it says, Salakia, verse 11 it says, and Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am smooth man. Continue on verse 12. My father pre-adventure will fill me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and it shall bring a curse upon me and not a blessing. Right. So here it is. Jacob was worried, all right, about what would happen to him. All right. But yet his mother commanded him to do something, and she said, go and do it. And then she goes to say, to let you know that that it is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai who has ordained this. All right. And because what did she say? She, verse 13, she goes and says, and his mother said unto him, upon me be the curse, my son, only obey my voice and go fetch me them. Right. So he obeyed as he was supposed to do. All right. Because, he had to obey his mother. It was therefore set in the law. Okay. Set in the law. And his mother told him to do that. And he was following the directions that were given. Why? Because ultimately it was ordained by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai from the womb. He said the older shall serve the younger. All right. And here it is. Esau Edom was not even going to tell his father the deal he had already made to give the blessing unto his younger brother. Okay. It just goes to show you how deceitful this devil is. Okay. How deceitful he is, and how he continued to deceive even before his time. All right. He continued to deceive continuously. All right. And if you get to the blessing, go to the blessing, and I'll read it. This is the book of Genesis chapter 25 and starting at verse 29, and it reads, and Jacob sowed pottage. Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said, Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die. Right. So Jacob said, sell me your birthright. If you want this food that I got for you, sell me your birthright. All right. Continued on to read, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his brother, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. And Esau despised his birthright. Right, so he already had no care from the birthright for the beginning. All right, here it is. It was a blessing, imparted and passed unto you, but you had no care for it from the beginning. Esau, Edom, left his birthright, and now, through the Spirit, is mad trying to get his birthright back. No, you can't have it back. All right. In truth and honesty, it was never yours to begin with, because it was already ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, but you can never have that birthright back, because it belongs unto the nation of Israel, because you cared for it not. All right, here it is. There was a multitude of things you could have done, but you chose not to do them. All right, ultimately because it was not in your spirit to do them. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai had ordained the younger, all right, to be to receive the promise. All right, because this thing goes back into the seed of the righteous, who the promises came through. All right, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, coming out of Shem, all right, Shem, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, where that seed line was preserved. Okay, Salakia. I'm gonna go to Genesis. It's gonna be 27 and 13. Genesis 27 and 13, and it reads, And his mother said unto him, Upon me be the curse, my son, only obey my voice, and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat, such as his father loveth. Verse 17, And Rebekah took good remnant of the eldest of Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob. Your younger son, and put them upon Jacob, her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon the hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and bread which she had prepared unto the hand of her son Jacob. Right, so here it is. The mom is doing all the things to make sure that she is able to deceive Isaac. All right, and Salaki, I'm just reading for the context and continuing on. And she gave the savory meat and bread which she had prepared unto the hand of her son Jacob. Right. All right. So she gave this meat unto Jacob that the father Isaac may eat of it. Okay. So that the son could receive the blessing. Right. The blessing that was bestowed upon by birthright upon Esau Edom. All right. By birthright. But the blessing that Esau had sold Jacob. Okay. And this is how Yahweh Shem Yahushai made this blessing come forth, okay? Because it was sold, all right? It was sold by Esau Edom unto Jacob. I'm going to drop down to verse 26, and it reads, And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his remnant, and blessed him, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is the smell of a field which Yahweh hath blessed. Right? Because remember, Esau Edom was a cunning hunter. Right? He was a man of the field. Okay? Therefore, the father said, hey, the land that Yahweh has blessed, he is I smell and feel him that you are Esau. But go ahead and continue on. It's verse 28, and it reads, therefore the power give thee therefore the power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, give thee the dew of heaven, and the and the fatness of the earth, and the plenteous of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Curse be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. Right, and it goes once again to fulfill when it says right here, verse 27, or Slack at verse 29, and it reads, let the people serve thee, and the nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren. All right, the elder shall serve the younger. Therefore, bringing the blessing, all right, bringing what was foretold in chapter 25, Genesis chapter 25, the elder shall serve the younger, to fruition. All right, that the blessing may be bestowed upon the youngest son, which the youngest son is Jacob. All right, who that lineage and that seed line of the nation of Israel goes through, okay, is the nation of Israel. All right, this will be the book of Genesis, chapter 28. Salakia, Genesis, and it is going to be chapter 28 and verse 1, and it reads, and Isaac called Jacob and blessed him, and and charged him, and said unto him, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughter of Canaan. Right, because at this point, here it is, Jacob had received the blessing, he had fled. All right, and is going to continue to say it right here, but Jacob had received the blessing, and then here comes Esau Edom with the meat. And as you read into the story, Esau Edom comes with the meat, and he says, oh, Jacob has stolen my blessing. You can't steal nothing that has already been given. All right, he had already sold the birthright to him, so therefore he really didn't steal the blessing. He just took what was his. All right, even though he may think it was by deceit, okay, but it was ordained by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, and you can read through the chapter 27 to get the full context of that story. Okay, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 28, and I'm going to read starting at verse 1, and it reads, and Isaac called Jacob and blessed him, and charged him, and said unto him, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughter of Canaan. Arise, go to Padram, to the house of Bethuel, the mother of thy mother's father, and take thee wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, and the mother's brother. And the power, Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, the power almighty, bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people. Right, that multitude of people is going to continue to be what? That multitude of people is going to be the nation of Israel. Because where did Israel come out the loins of? The loins of Jacob. All right, all 12 tribes came through the loins of Jacob. Okay, even though Joseph's sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, all right, they're still through the loins of Jacob, because you are your father's child. All right, you are the lineage of your father. Okay, continuing on, verse 4, and it reads, and give thee the blessing, Abraham, give thee the blessing of Abraham to thee, and to thy seed with thee, and thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art strangers, which the power Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right, which the power Yahweh gave unto Abraham. And Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to Padram unto Laban, son of Bethuel, and the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob, and Esau's mother. And Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob, and sent him away to Padram to take him a wife from thence, right? And that he blessed him, he gave him charge, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughter of Canaan. And Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and was gone to Padram. Right, so here it is. Jacob was righteous and trying to obey his father and his mother to the best of his ability. All right, they said, hey, don't. His mother told him, hey, go and get the two kids, put on Esau's coat and everything that was already ordained by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, that the elder shall serve the younger. All right, it was already ordained from the womb. All right, but Cain, that same spirit of Cain is in Esau. All right, lacking faith. All right, hey, here it is. He could have prayed for to sustain the hunger pains that he had. Here it is. He is pursuing Jacob. If you go to chapter 27, verse 41. All right, and I'll read it right quick. And it reads, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41, and it reads, And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning of my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. All right, he is a liar. Okay, he is a liar because he sold that birthright unto Jacob. All right, now I'm going to jump down to Genesis chapter 28 and verse 8. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then Esau unto Ishmael. Then Esau went unto Ishmael, and took unto the wives with which he had Malath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, and the sister of Nebjoth to be his wife. Right. So here it is. Esau, Edom, was content and was for sure, always out to dishonor his mother and father. Right. Always out to disobey the laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. The order that was set forth. Right. Here it is. The father said, and the father and the mother said, hey, marry no woman out of Canaan. But he knew this displeased his father and his mother. So what did he do? He wanted to get back at them. So he decided to do what he wanted to do. All right. Which, led essentially, all right, to Israel continued to receive the blessings of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, to receive the nation, all right, to be a nation of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Yasharallah, he Prince of the Power, all right, because it was through that seed line, all right, through Jacob, all right, that we received our blessing, the 12 tribes of Israel, through our forefathers, preserving the line through Shem, all right, through Noah's line, 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, all right. We come from the line of Shem, where that righteous seed which has been preserved, all right, unto Abraham, unto Isaac, unto Jacob, all right. Jacob now leading to the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, which Jacob was surnamed Israel, all right. And those who came out of loins were blessed, all right. Lord willing, this has been an edifying lesson. I want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayah Shadabadad, the house of David. Till next time, I'm Ayah Shatab with Men of Valor, Las Vegas Camp, saying Shalom, Wat Abal Babal, Kwame Yasharala, Shalom.